Hey guys, Pete here. It's been a while, but there has been some new Game of Thrones news, so this will be my weekly spoiler report. If you don't like set production spoilers or news about what the cast is doing and what's going to happen in Season 7, then you're going to want to stop watching now. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it. Earlier this week, we got some photos from Iceland, and initially it was just crew members who were there. We actually got quite a few photos of them, which a Reddit user named JD Targstark compiled together on the Free Folk subreddit. Most of the crew you wouldn't know, but these guys are supposedly related to costumes, which means that it's not likely that they're there just to shoot scenery for the backgrounds and things like that. We also found out that they were going to be there for a few weeks, which meant that we expected to see at least some shooting with the cast for scenes that were beyond the wall. Now, this isn't to be confused with the rumors that we had earlier that there was a location that was in my other videos where we had like a sort of ditch or a gully, something like that, like a corridor in the ice. This is a totally different location, and if you remember back to seasons 2 and 3, when they were beyond the wall, those were great locations, and that is sort of what we're looking at here in these photos from Instagram. Sure enough, Kit Harington was spotted there in the next day or so we knew that this was probably related to the story that we'd been following at the Wolf Hill Quarry scene. Not really sure how it ties together, like will they be ranging around looking for this wight that they're supposed to be bringing back to King's Landing, or is it all going to be tied together in some other way? On top of Jon Snow, we got Thoros and Joe Dempsie, who plays Gendry, that showed up, which also ties into the whole expedition to capture the wight. But like I said, it's not clear whether part of this is background to lead up to that scene. They've been shooting on the frozen lake that they set up in Northern Ireland. We're just going to have to wait and see. Knowing what we know about the directors and where people have been up until this point, though, it's definitely clear that they're not going to be beyond the wall for a very long period of time. So one way or the other, these two will be tied together, and it will all lead up to what we talked about is most likely going to be the epic battle scene of the season, which will happen in, because this is the shorter season of 7 episodes, it'll happen in episode 6. So it's not a lot of set news or spoilers like we are used to, but we got to take what we can get at this point. Beyond Iceland, I don't know that they're going to be filming anywhere else outdoors, so things are going to get a lot quieter, but I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for any news that comes around. In non-show related news, we did get one interesting tidbit that was reported on a whole lot, but it didn't really say that much. On his personal blog, George R.R. Martin said that he thinks Winds of Winter will be out in 2017. It was a response to a comment where someone told him that he ought to give us all a break, basically, and give us an update. And his exact words are, "You really think statements like that would make a difference? Ah, you sweet summer child. I have years of experience with this that tells me otherwise. But okay, I'll try it your way. Not done yet, but I've made progress. But not as much as I hoped a year ago when I thought I'd be done by now. I think it'll be out this year, but hey, I thought the same thing last year." And it was sounding really great up to that last little bit because we know this takes time, and with most of us thinking that it was going to be coming out this spring, that's pretty much off the table according to what he said just now. But it is a glimmer of hope. We can hope to get it around the same time season 7 comes out or, right after. But I'm not holding my breath that we're going to get it and read it before we actually start watching the next season. In case you haven't been following, he did do an interview where he talked about how it's going to be really dark, and that's not a big surprise to all of us who've been waiting for this book. Winter is a time of death and dying, and that's what he's basically saying is going to be going on, not necessarily in the character sense, but just that it's going to be a tough time for everyone. One more show-related tidbit we got, it was really just a confirmation though. It had been reported that Tom Hopper was going to be playing Dickon Tarley, and we found out for sure that's the case. Freddie Strama, who played him in the last season, told IGN that he would be not able to carry on with the show because of other commitments. This isn't a big surprise to us, but like I said, it is a confirmation. So regrettably, that's going to be it for this installation. Not any other real news to report on. Game of Thrones was nominated for various awards. Nothing really to point out, I guess. I'm still a little bit jaded over the whole Golden Globes thing. They didn't win any, and Tandy Newton didn't win for Westworld, so the awards hype is a little bit low on my priority of things right now. As far as my channel is concerned, I've been taking a break just because of the poor time of the year for YouTube. I've got a bunch of different stuff. I'm planning to put it out over the next couple weeks now that everything's back in swing. I didn't want to have a bunch of videos come out that would not get watched, because after doing a little bit of research, I found out that the first 2 weeks of January are the worst weeks for views and for ad income, so it just seemed like a good time to head to Thailand. So that's where I've been at, and like I said, I'll probably do some more of the spoiler recaps, but I wanted to wait and see what we found out about Iceland, which I'm talking about today, because that's going to be like one of the last big things that we have as far as filming goes. So please like the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions or any theories about what's going on north of the wall. The book giveaway is still going on, and all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video or any of the other ones that I mentioned this giveaway in. When I reach 28,000 subscribers, I will give away the 20th anniversary edition of A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.